Hello guys, how are you today? So my name is Nerea, and today I'm gonna talk about why I do what I do. It's a typical question I get, especially friends and family. They keep on asking me, why do you not work in a bank? Why do you not work in finance? Why do you not work in whatever other area, right? And instead of what you're doing at the moment where you're like working so much. Why I do what I do? First thing is, when you've experienced a massive change in yourself, right? Let's say I'm 29 now. I was 19 the first time I went to one of those seminars that are about personal development and coaching. I went there, and when I went there, I was in this position where I didn't enjoy my life very much. I didn't understand the world, how it worked. I was in a pretty close relationship where I was not exploring myself, I was not exploring the world enough. And on top of that, I was very insecure and shy. Yeah. So I went to this event just because I was like, okay, let's do something different, right? My friend invited me. It was an event called Desata tu Potencial in Spain. So I went there, and it was really, for me, it was really interesting. This is like what my mom has been telling me the whole life that I should do. So my mom used to tell me you should be more positive, you should speak to yourself in a better way or in a more positive way, you should respect and love yourself. So I went to that event, and then I saw that guy talking to us, speaking exactly the same what my mom was doing, and he was actually charging for it. So maybe she was slightly right. So I tell you about this seminar because that was my first touch with coaching, personal development and growth. And in a way I thought, ooh, this is a bit, weird, but then I thought I was open to, learn new things because I was really in a place that I didn't enjoy, I didn't like that place. So after that seminar, I just carry on with my life. But to be honest, I made big decisions after that. Like, for example, I went to study abroad. I broke up with that guy that I was dealing with for 6 years. And I started modeling. So I started new career, I started new things. I kept on reading books, I kept on going to events, but I kept my life, in the way I was living it. So I was studying my degree, I was studying economics, I finished my degree, I did this, I did that. So I kept my life as it was, but obviously with few changes. I started to talk to myself in a different way. So I started to work in myself more, to work in my personality, to work in my belief system, to work in my fears, what I was afraid about, to work in all these insecurities. It was a big process, and then I didn't really did anything to become an inspirational speaker or to do coaching or to do what I'm doing at the moment. I did all of that just to help myself, to improve myself, let's say. So that's the main point, right? Because that was for me a big process, and I wasn't thinking about what I'm gonna do later with this or what's gonna happen after. I was thinking, okay, I just want to change my life for the better. That's all. So after that, I came to London 5 years ago. I did several things. I was working in many different jobs, and then I got into finance. So why I again point finance? Well, finance was one of the big reasons why I started doing what I do. So to finish with the previous story about that seminar and about that change that I experienced, the first point why I do what I do is because I've got this need of sharing what I've learned. When you've seen your change, your massive change, and I'm telling you about a massive change. I know it sounds like, well, you look like, okay, you're like this. Well, you can ask anyone how I was not like this. So when you've experienced this massive change in yourself, you just want to share it. So the first reason why I do what I do is because I have a need of sharing with everyone what I've experienced, because it would then be fair that I feel so happy and that I feel so proud and that I love myself so much. And when I see people that is not experiencing that, I just feel like I need to tell them, what I've learned, because it is possible. So that's the biggest reason that sometimes it's even irrational. I'm like, why I'm doing this? I'm even like, my conditions perhaps are worse. But there is a need there. There's a need that I want to to share it. So finance was another of my very interesting 2 years of my life, and it was very interesting 2 years of my life because it helped me grow, as everything you do in life. It helped me grow a lot, and being there, I kind of learned how society works, maybe. I guess because I was in one of these big companies, it was the second biggest company in brokers in the world. It was such an inspirational place to be in, because, you know, people around you is not very smiley at times. So when I found myself there in that place, in that position, just kind of surrounded with people that had more money than the average of the population, and they were not able to come to the office and say, let's work today. You know, they were not able to do that because they hated their job. So, and obviously I'm generalizing, there was people that loved their job like massively. They loved it, they were so passionate about it, they were coming all happy. So there's always exceptions, right? But I'm speaking about the majority. So I couldn't understand that situation. So after thinking of several projects, I came up with the Happy World Company. Why? Obviously, there's no why, right? It's very clear. Finance, the Happy World Company. That's why I thought I can do something for these people or for anyone. I can do something about it. I don't like to just keep my happiness for myself, if that makes sense. You know, when you've got to the point when you actually wake up happy without reason, and you wake up and you're excited about your life, and you're excited about getting better at what you're doing, about improving yourself, about admiring what you've done in the past and how you've developed yourself. When you feel that, you just want everyone to feel the same. And I'm serious, okay? Finance was the second inspiration, or the second why I'm here today. If I have to tell you very quickly about what things I do mainly, like what is my specialty, I will go for confidence building and helping people find their passions, because this was my two obsessions really. Becoming a confident person, I always admire people that is confident, that is present, that is congruent. I always loved it. I always thought, how do they do it? They're not scared, how ridiculous they are, right? So I thought about that. I thought, shit, I like this, but oh, I can't do it. So yeah, I just wanted to, in a way, be like them. So I started to explore, you know, how I can do this. So again, when you've transformed yourself in a way, when you've really changed from insecure to confident, and of course I have lots of things to work on still in terms of confidence, but right now what I'm doing, trust me, I wouldn't do it like few years ago. I will just not do it at all. I'll be like, cameras, no, oh my god. And the second thing that I will consider myself good at is helping people find their passions. Why is that? Because for me, it took ages to find something I was really passionate about. And when I say really passionate about, I mean really passionate about. Like you wake up and you're looking forward to do it, to do whatever it is. It is not an easy task. It's not easy. But that was another of my obsessions. And the word obsession sounds a little bit negative, but to be honest, when it's an obsession, it's more likely that you will get it. So I kind of appreciate that I was obsessed with finding something that will wake me up and will motivate me without me having to be, come on, Nerea, you can do this. It's actually so beautiful when you find that thing, that, or those things. Sometimes it's a mix of things. Sometimes we, you know, people usually is very ambitious and we're curious. We just kill that on the way of, you know, on our life because of the information we've got from different resources. But when you are curious and you explore that curiosity and you try different things, you learn, you get feedback from all these things. And sometimes it's not a matter of saying, I'm gonna become a doctor, or I'm going to be a teacher, or I'm going to be a photographer, or I'm going to be a speaker, or maybe you need few things. You need to combine few things that you love doing. So by, you know, taking lots of notes, sitting down with myself, analyzing, okay, now I've done this, now I've done marketing, now I've been waitressing, now I've done promotions, now I've been in finance, What do I like about all these things? Make a list and come up with something magical, which in my case is the Happy World Company, it's Just Smile Initiative, it's the London Charm School, it's all the projects, all the things that I do, it's my YouTube channel, it's everything, right? A lot of people say, what advice would you give to people? What would you tell people to do? Go for the things that excite you, right? Find your way, live life your way, because this is probably the only way you're gonna find a new way, right? And a way that is actually personalized for yourself, because if we keep on following the rules, following what everyone is doing, perhaps we don't get something that is really for us. To summarize, the 2 big reasons why I'm here and I do what I do, the big irrational need of sharing and the financial world really inspire me. The people I was surrounded with really inspire me to do something about it, to change something about it. The message is, again, live life your way, make, trust yourself more and go for the things you love. And if you don't know the things you love, spend some time finding them. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more videos.